progresses from here on out, and they are already venting a bit. They are venting a bit out of the LOX tank because, of course, if you imagine the LOX tank, there's a gas at the top because LOX will start to boil, and they have to constantly now let that out to fill more liquid oxygen in. And I think we have your back, Jack, right?
I may be back. Sorry, I was a little robot-y there, here and there. Hopefully, I'm better now. If not, I will continue to troubleshoot it. But sorry, what were we thinking? What time are we thinking?
I'd give it another 15 minutes, give or take. 15, 20.
we seriously think 4:20 maybe?
Anywhere between 4:20 and 4:30 is that's where I'm thinking at this point. A 10-minute window here.
I think the evidence, the visual evidence we can observe supports that sort of window, and we wouldn't put it past them to target 4:20 because haha.
Right. And
yeah, like it's always a window anyway. There's so much unknowns in this. There could always be a few minutes, give or take. So it's like giving a second right now is probably not super serious. It's more it's a window.
Plus, it's the new temporary system, like the field expedient system of getting the ship to do this here on the OLM. So the timings are definitely flexible, shall we say?
It's such a weird way they have to load this. So like over at Massey's, in this kind of case, they have 2 separate LOX subcoolers and 2 separate methane subcoolers, or at least they had, because they're redoing it right now. Along with 2 separate pumps for methane, and then they were using some really, really old, smaller LOX pumps instead of the kind of system they use, as you can see on screen there, where they've got it set up at Pad B. At Pad A, they can't specify what subcoolers they use. They can specify which ones they use nitrogen on, like how much and whatnot. But all of the 6 booster subcoolers, they're flowing liquid oxygen through them. So they're sub-chilling using 2 and just flowing LOX through another 4, which means it's kind of warmer LOX when they're putting it in, comparatively speaking. So there's a lot of chicanery or MacGyvery things they're doing to figure this whole thing out, to use words.
Real quick, I appreciate Gina's comment over in the chat. The only thing missing here is the sheriff's siren at T-minus 10 minutes. They need to bring that back. They need to put in big tornado sirens or something. And at T-minus 10 minutes, they need to blow a bunch of big tornado sirens around Starbase, yes. So that that needs to be a requirement. I feel like that's a safety thing that the city of Starbase should install for the safety of the residents.
I would be into that.
I would be into that too. That was just my explanation as to why we should make a case for it. But that would be cool. Just permanently installed tornado sirens.
I'm the kind of person that follows an Instagram account that has just a bunch of different vintage sirens, and all the content is each video is just the siren starting up, going for 30 seconds, and then shutting down, and it's just a bunch of weird old sirens. I'm that kind of nerd. Yes, please, sirens in Starbase. Sirens.
So, I'm voting for this one.
There's another indicator that kind of replaced the siren here that we are waiting for, because at about 10 minutes before firing, we expect the flaps to move. So I'm basically...
И всем привет, с вами снова я, Space, и вы попали на прямую трансляцию прожига всех 6 двигателей на корабле Starship Ship 37 на орбитальном стартовом столе. Прожиг у нас запланирован примерно через 10 минут на 21:20 по UTC, то есть 4:20 по местному времени. Ну, если вы понимаете, конечно, о чем я. Со стартовым окном до 2 ночи по UTC 2 августа. То есть до конца окна у нас еще остается почти 5 часов. Spasex планирует в окно 12:00 по UTC 1 августа до 2 ночи по UTC 2 августа провести второй прожиг примерно в 21:20 по UTC корабля Starship Ship 37, который будет использоваться в 10-м орбитальном полете Starship вместе с Booster 16 в конце августа. Планируется провести прожиг всех 6 двигателей. На корабле установлено 3 атмосферных двигателя Raptor 2 с тягой в 230 тонн и удельным импульсом 330 секунд. И 3 вакуумных двигателя Raptor 2 с тягой 269 тонн и удельным импульсом 380 секунд. Все из них работают на жидком метании и жидком кислороде. Это будет второй прожиг корабля на орбитальном стартовом столе Orbital Launch Mounth A из-за того, что 19 июня на испытательном полигоне вместе при подготовке к прожигу взорвался корабль Starship 36 и разрушил испытательную площадку. Корабль Starship 37 у нас является предпоследним кораблем из блока 2. И имеет высоту порядка 52 метров, диаметр 9 метров. Изготовлен из стали марки 304 толщиной 3,6 мм. Имеет, как мы видим, сверху 2 плавника, снизу 2. Для управления ориентацией, собственно, множество двигателей реактивной системы управления. Огромный грузовой отсек, на примерно 600 кубических метров, как и все корабли Starship. Точнее, там нет двигателей системы управления обыкновенного РСУ. Это тоже можно назвать РСУ, но это не двигатели, а тупо под давлением выпрыскивать либо жидкий азот, либо топливо, либо окислитель.
We think we may be 10, 15, 20 minutes away from a static fire. A lot of oxygen in the tank. You can see all of the ice on the
также... Ой, сейчас, подождите.
But everything seems to be going towards this static fire, and it may happen sooner rather than later, so stick around.
Корабль Starship 37 перед этим прожигом уже прошел у нас 2 криотеста на полигоне Месси 30 мая. И также вчера первый прожиг. Это был прожиг одного двигателя атмосферного для испытания маневра схода с орбиты. Изначально вообще в 10-й полет должен был лететь Starship 36, но он успешно взорвался при подготовке к первому прожигу 19 июня. Тем самым разрушил испытательную площадку на полигоне Месси для огневых испытаний. И вот поэтому пришлось соорудить специальную конструкцию, специально модифицированный стенд транспортировочный. И вот да. И установили его на на орбитальный стартовый стол. Вот таким образом теперь прожигает их. И, кстати, вчера при прожиге одного двигателя стоит аккуратно сказать, что с водой перестарались. Система подавления, которая рассчитана на работу 33 двигателей при примерно 80% тяги, слегка избыточна для работы одного двигателя при 40% тяги, но работает с тем, что имеем. Сам тест продлился вчера около 6 секунд с использованием только одного двигателя Raptor. Сама орбитальная площадка для пусков и огневых тестов ускорителя Super Heavy всего за 1,5 месяца превратилась в тестовый стенд для прожига Starship. И вот так, кстати, перекрытия для неогневых тестов внезапно стали вполне себе огневыми. Некоторые источники снова нарисовали мрачный сценарий, но, как видно, не в первый раз промахнулись. Как писалось выше, тестовая кампания остается довольно привычной, за исключением нескольких нюансов. Ну и будет ли сегодня прожиг, зависит, конечно, от результата вчерашнего прожига, но он состоялся успешным, поэтому от него не зависит, но также еще зависит от ретроградного Меркурия, как нам всем известно, потому что Starship непредсказуем от слова совсем у нас. И вот мы видим испытания верхних плавников также. Ну, кстати, также было заявление сегодня от Илона Маска и Starship Гейзера, что 10-й полет Старшипа будет в середине августа, но верим, очень сильно верим, я не верю. Вот конец августа в целом вероятно, но никак не середина. Сегодня также был тест системы подавления жидким азотом, ну, внутри стартового стола распыляется жидкий азот, для того, чтобы избежать взрыв метана, если вдруг будет утечка. Шип 37 вновь готовит прожигу. На этот раз сразу 6 двигателями. Прожиг может продлиться около 10-12 секунд, либо же по старой схеме, как это было с кораблями до Шип 34, всего около 5 секунд. Заправка у нас уже продолжается. Началось также еще минут 20 назад охлаждение двигателей.
Between the ship and everything else to kind of just clear propellant out, and then you'll see the DSS come on, and then the deluge will come on, and it'll fire.
So, I like your optimism there.
I hope.
It's rare.
Hope.
It's rare optimism. Go and buy a lottery ticket. NSN doesn't need that anymore.
Ну, что ж сказать, ждем прожиг всех 6 двигателей Шип 37.
On the flap, and we have yet to see a controlled re-entry through those cameras, and by golly, I want to see it. Please. Like, I want to see it at this point.
You know, it's just something extra kind of beautiful about a ship on the pad without a booster. It just showcases the ship in a way that we don't normally get to see. It's nice.
That's the same reasoning and argument that Ship 26 lovers have used.
How? In what way did Ship 26 showcase anything?
I'm just saying.
Well, okay, wait, I take it back. I guess it did showcase uselessness.
It showcases tribalism.
Okay, no, that's me. That's just me. Sorry.
Yeah, Jack is very much showcasing tribalism.
Man, my heart is racing. So we've gotten past the point that Ship 36 got 44, correct me if I'm wrong, days ago. Right before its anomaly was its flap test, that 10-minute-ish. That's what we think anyways. So we're making progress here into the count. You never know what's going to happen. I'm curious if we're going to see another one of them vents from the attic area like we saw previously, sort of purging out the attic, or if we'll see any other additional testing around the ship. I mean, hey, maybe they'll open the door and close it. I doubt it, but a guy can dream.
We should be very close to LOX loading complete here. Like, it's just the very, very end of the LOX tank. So the OLM vent should return any second now.
Excellent. We'll keep our eyes open for that vent. Oh, opening? Sorry, the adrenaline is beginning to addle my brain. I'm very excited. I'm also very excited to hear this test, not just see it. Hopefully we get some good audio from our various microphones placed around. Because I am about 3 miles and change away at the Rocket Ranch outpost. Again, shout out to them. Thank you for them for hosting me for all of these tests. And the sound I'm expecting to be somewhat impressive. I mean, not booster static fire impressive, but impressive. I was surprised how loud yesterday's single engine was.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird audio, right? Like, it's not something we're used to see here, it's gonna be exciting. Also, the duration. We just don't know what the duration will be.
I think it's gonna be like 10 seconds. It's just gonna be 10.
We'll see. We will, but certainly closing in. I'm staring at this OLM vent. Like it should be very, very close.
It's so hot out there. Like look at the haze from this camera's like 1.2, 1.3 miles away, I think.
Yep.
And it is just hazy. It is toasty out there. Are you melting, Jack?
Well, no, because I'm at the outpost and they have a nice little media
mini split
office room. Yeah, and it's actually quite nice. But if I was outside right now, yeah, I would be actually dying. It's bad. I mean, we're in the throes of summer. We're in that point of summer where it's truly like bakingly hot, like dangerously hot. So if you are planning on coming out for Flight 10, please make sure you bring like appropriate clothes to wear in the sun, like lightweight long sleeve things, hats, sunglasses, all that stuff. Like it's oppressively hot right now. Water, yeah.
Lightweight summer merch from the summer merch connection I begged for.
Oh yeah, good call.
You don't have any of that. We just put it in the shop. But I was like, the cotton shirts are a little too hot for being at Starbase, I think. And so we got some like super moisture wicking synthetic lightweight shirts that should be on your way, Jack.
I'm wearing one now. One of the test ones actually.
Nice, excellent.
Frank, I see you in chat. Says love hot weather, bro. So do I. I'm a desert rat, like in my heart. I love hanging out in Death Valley. I have a bunch of photos of me sitting in Death Valley next to a thermometer that says like 114. I love it.
Nice.
It's a dry heat though. It's a dry heat. The humidity is brutal. That's really what does it. Also, something about being close to the equator.
OLM vent.
Oh,
OLM vent.
What does that sign? What does that tell us for timing, Adrian? Any thoughts?
I'm still going with 425 to 430.
I'm thinking 425. That's kind of, this whole event, it's usually around 4 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes. So I would say it's about 425 on the money. So.
Certainly in there yet. That means LOX is completely loaded. Methane is also, I think, wrapped. So this
I guess I should
is
probably
fully loaded here.
I should probably make sure my camera is rolling. Somebody say something cool that sounds cool while I do that.
It won't static fire until we get 3,000 likes. No, I'm kidding. That's not cool. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible right now.
That was your brain instantly coming up with something.
It was either that or it was like another LOX is too super cool. I'd like to stand in that because that would be cool, but we've already said that like 15 times.
We just jumped 400 likes and we had the 3,000.
I meant 5,000. Sorry, no, I was wrong. I did my math wrong. I meant 5,000, not 3,000. My bad.
Amazing.
Adrian, Ryan, is there anything visually we should be watching for that's like an indication it's going to go right now? I mean, the deluge will be a big thing, but is there anything else that's a tip? DSS?
Yeah, the DSS will start up within 30 to 40 seconds of it going.
Okay. Look for the amusement park mixers.
It will be hard to hear it, but if you have tank farm sounds, there is a weird sound that happens at about T minus 45 seconds. It's like a very weird psh sound, like a that suddenly comes in. Yeah, and there's the vent down exactly, and there's multiple instances where I think Ryan, Alex, and me have sat on the Static Fire stream, heard that, and we're like, oh, it's a very distinguished sound. It's so weird, but you can just hear T minus 45 seconds.
Nice. So visually, we're gonna look for the amusement park mixers to go off, the misters, the DSS to go off underneath the OLM plate, like the bottom of the OLM, the bottom of the top, I guess you could say. Look for the misters to come on there. Then we'll see the big splash of the deluge. The water will come out from the bottom. And then if all goes well, we should see a static fire, hoping for potentially 6 engines here this afternoon at Starbase.
If they're targeting 425, the DSS should be on any second now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking.
Итак, предположительно, прожиг состоится уже вот буквально в ближайшие 1,5 минуты. Прожиг всех 6 двигателей корабля Starship Ship 37 на орбитальном стартовом столе. Поэтому смотрим. Уже заправка была полностью завершена. Был вентинг орбитально-стартового стола. И ждем поэтому. Ну, как обычно. Надо херню эту засунуть.
This is very much the expectation how it will look like when the hold is happening, and the tank farm might be very stable during this duration. It's just like
That's what I just circled. That's the area to look for the DSS, like that area underneath the bottom of the top of the OLM is what I was trying to say. So that might be the first indication there that you can visually see on the stream.
Yeah, I think they took that optional hold, and they are probably now doing last-minute checks.
One reason we have this camera wider is because we know that that water is going to sort of block our view. So could we zoom way in? Sure, we could, but we may just see water, like the flash of a water. So we've got this one a little bit wider out there. But that sun shining right in this camera lens is tough because the sun is going to be setting behind the shot here. There from the side, look at that. I think you'd really see the DSS from this angle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So just keep your eyes peeled, and if y'all see it in chat, sing out. I'm sure we'll say it here as well.
That little hook thing in between the two legs over there, that's the DSS nozzle.
Right there.
So.
Like, I don't want to draw too much just in case
Sure.
the static... I don't want this drawing to be on the screen when the static fire happens, so I'm trying to be very sparing in my telestration.
It'd be very funny. It's a giraffe on the stream while...
Just like...
a small giraffe.
And I'm like coloring in the spots on the giraffe, and you can't see the static fire at all. Chat's rioting, threatening to delete the stream. Like, we wouldn't do that.
It's gonna be. This will be tough here.
On SpaceX, I'm on 37.
Yeah, they can hold, from what we know, about 15 minutes. So this could
Chat's
take
rioting.
up until 4:40, depending on how fast they decide to go. So we shall see. Looking at these nozzles,
It's really the time where we don't want to get into any too big complicated conversations, because it could happen any time. I mean, they're basically just the holding pattern might not be the right terminology, but it really could go any time here.
absolutely. It's again, they're probably in a T-minus 40-second hold, and they are basically the next thing we will see is that DSS. There's very much nothing between that.
I keep seeing those little Kerbal Space Program rusty panels on the right-hand side of the screen. The little X panel. I know that's not what they actually are, but they keep drawing my eye that way. Don't look at that. Look for the DSS.
Yeah, don't. Right now, it's very much look at the bottom of this rocket. That's the sequence we are looking at.
Yeah. Where are we at? Coming up on 14,000 people waiting to see SpaceX light some methane on fire here. Down at Starbase.
We hopefully, again, could be planned. Maybe they're checking out some things. Temperature. These Raptor engines need the exact right temperature, the exact right pressure to work. You can see some of the locks dripping down and hitting the ground.
Yeah, hitting the ground down on the bottom.
Yep. Kind of insane. Oh.
Nope. Is that a new noise?
I think I heard the vent down, but we'll see.
Everything's shut off even more, so it could be really, really close.
Might be like a final pressurization.
Yeah.
Those chill lines going around the outside of the OLM look pretty white and frosty right now. I don't know if that's an optical illusion, but there are a lot of frosty lines on the OLM. Look at all the white. We keep saying OLM. OLM is the launch mount, the big stool-looking thing that it's sitting on. That's the launch mount, the orbital launch mount. We could just call it the LM, but that doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Suborbital launch mount, nice.
It hasn't launched anything into orbit. It likely won't ever, so it's suborbital.
Oh my gosh. That's what we're going with. All right.
Looks like the ship is doing some pressure control, is venting from time to time.
Yeah.
Basically venting out. So
like maintenance vents where you see it, psh, then it shuts off, and the pressure goes up, then psh, like it's sort of maintaining a level.
Could be a sign that they are a bit high on pressure. I mean, that's basically just, I'm reading into it, but like, of course, if you're high on pressure, you would vent out. if you're low on pressure, you would shut down the vents because then the pressure would build up. That's always.
We need to go straighten out that tower that's leaning. That's North Beach. That North Beach is one of the original towers we put out there.
Like every time you're like watching the 1G Starbase stream or you're on it, you're just adding to your to-do list. It's like
I'm making a list of operational things we need to fix.
Yeah. At this point, I'm thinking we are at about 5 minutes into their potential 15-minute hold.
Okay.
Just to update on that.
We'll keep watching. It's because we can't tell you. Like, we're not in SpaceX Mission Control. It's the awkward part of the stream where we're all watching with sort of bated breath. And I honestly think that that's part of the experience here. Like, we sit here and we run our mouths and we talk and talk and talk for hours because we know it's an hour away still, whatever, right? And then when it gets to go time, the whole vibe changes. DSS.
И сейчас будет прожиг.
And there you go, folks. That is what a static fire on the launch mount out at the first pad at Starbase looks like when you get a ship out there. Oh, a lot of steam, a lot of vapor.
И есть прожиг всех 6 двигателей корабля Starship Ship 37 на орбитальной стартовой площадке Orbital Launch Mounth A. Это был второй прожиг для этого корабля и в целом для этой стартовой площадки. Именно из прожигов кораблей, потому что да. Вот, да, состоится прожиг 6 двигателей. О его успешности можно будет судить по официальному отчету компании, но предварительно все прошло штатно. Далее возвращение на производственную площадку и финальная подготовка к запуску, который может состояться уже через 2-4 недели. А следующая прямая трансляция, которая у меня будет, это завтра, 2 августа. В 7 утра по UTC запланирована стыковка пилотируемого космического корабля Crew Dragon C-206.6 Endeavour миссии Crew 11 с Международной космической станцией, а через час и 45 минут 8:45 по UTC открытие люка между этим кораблем и Международной космической станцией. А затем из запусков 3 августа в стартовое окно с 12:30 по UTC по 19:30 по UTC запуск пилотируемого космического корабля New Shepard на ракете New Shepard миссии NS-34. После чего я смогу постримить аж лишь запуск ракеты Вулкан. Третий запуск ракеты Вулкан версии VC-4S миссии SSF-106 NTC-3 и другими аппаратами 11 августа в стартовое окно с 00:07 по UTC до 2:12 по UTC. А сегодня все. Хоть и до конца окна остается еще 4,5 часа, но вряд ли еще будут какие-то тесты. Да и все тесты для корабля уже пройдены. И поэтому все. Всем спасибо за просмотр и всем пока.